Hi guys. So yes, I'm still very poorly. I got the man flu. My wife laughs at me. She thinks I'm a wimp, and she's right. Guys, I never get colds ever. I'm on carnivore diet, keto diet. I never get colds ever. I haven't had a cold for 2 years. So I'm very snivelly. I'm coughing. I'm chesty. I've got headache. I've got fever. And typical. Today is the day I was going to see Priscilla Presley in Bristol at the Hippodrome at 7:30. I don't rule it out 100%. If I feel better over the next few hours, I will go. It's very unlikely. I'll be straight. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Honestly, guys, I actually don't want to go. My hair got hair sticking out here. Look, stop sticking out. Right. So, the big question today for Louis is Priscilla Presley drunk? Is she drunk? Is she on the vodka? On these British, I've noticed. Hi, mate. Tina's here. Do you want to say hello to everyone? My lovely boys here. Gino. So the question is, on these British shows, I think this one in Ireland, the Late Late Show. On these British shows, now she's in the UK, this side of the world. She seems a bit drunk. She seems a bit tipsy. I'm sure someone's going to tell me off for saying this, but just an opinion for entertainment purposes, not a fact. But now I have had a few people message me saying she doesn't seem right. She doesn't seem right in herself. In fact, people have been saying it to me for 2 or 3 weeks. Ever since she started launching this book, Softly as I Lie to You, she's obviously pushing it around the world. She wants to make sure it's a success, that it sells copies. I've heard so far it is not doing well. It's a bit of a flop. It's had nothing like the sales of her daughter's book. Her daughter's book was a massive bestseller. Lisa Marie, who we love and adore and miss. And we want justice for Lisa Marie at the hands of Priscilla's boyfriend, Michael Edwards' alleged abuse. But we've already, come on, guys, already, if you are a fan that puts time into what's happening in the Elvis community, the Elvis world, that book is full of lies, contradictions. She changes the story. She definitely trashes Elvis. She definitely trashes her own daughter, Lisa Marie. She trashes Michael Jackson. She's after people, even Ginger Alden. She's having a go at a few people. This book isn't just about her life after Elvis. There's so much more to this book. Yeah. A big part of this book is Navaron. We even see Navaron signing autographs of this book. Could you imagine that? He signs this book. Navaron. Navaron signs this book, Priscilla's book. People queue up so that Navaron can sign a copy of this book. It's just crazy. I've done a little short on it showing some pictures of it. She's even had him up on stage with her. Yeah. So we paid to go and see the Priscilla show, question and answers. Navaron sat there. He's in the show with her. Now, I understand she worships her son. She's very close to him. He's very close to her. I'm not, that's none of my business. If they're close, I get it. Mother, son, all that. I get it. I'm not a Navaron hater. I just think he's a damaged child that is now an adult. He's made a lot of mistakes. Elvis fans are very upset with Navaron. They're also very upset with Priscilla. Obviously, we've got the Priscilla worshippers, where Priscilla can do no wrong. She has become the new Elvis. They all bow down to Priscilla. Oh, how dare you have a negative opinion of Queen Priscilla, Queen of Graceland, the new Elvis. Do you get it? It's a bit ridiculous. Now, I'm not a Priscilla hate channel. I don't personally hate her. I'm very upset with her. I don't like her. I don't mean that horribly. I don't like her. I wouldn't choose her as my friend. I stand by Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. I want to defend as well as I can with a team of defenders all around the world. We come together to defend. We're called Team Elvis. My channel's called Defending Elvis. So I'm not going to be Priscilla's best friend. But a lot of people have been messaging me and saying to me, she doesn't seem right in these last interviews, these interviews going around America to push the book, Softly As I Leave You, her new fake Elvis book. To me, it literally is a trashy fake book full of lies. The story keeps changing. I don't believe more than half of what's in this book. It is just another attempt to trick and brainwash people into believing bullshit. She is trying to reinvent history. The problem is she gets away with it. She gets away with it, guys. And the reason she gets away with it is because the general public around the world are very gullible. No disrespect to the world, but they're gullible. She tells her storyline on these different shows, different interviews, and everyone falls for it. The interviewers don't challenge her or question her, not in the right way anyway. So she can say what she wants, and people are eating out of her hands, even chasing her down the road for pictures of her and Elvis, so she will sign these pictures. The world's been tricked and brainwashed, conned. So is Priscilla on the vodka? Is she on the sauce? Is she drunk in this interview? So let's play part 2. I've rewound it a little bit. We've already done part 1. You tell me, guys, does she seem a bit inebriated to you? Does she seem a bit drunk to you? Now, as you know, I'm supposed to be going to see her today at 7:30 in Bristol, which is only half an hour from here. I don't think I'm going. I'm too unwell. I've got a bad throat. I've got a headache. I've got fever. I just don't feel right, guys. Is that a message? Some people are saying to me, that's a message from Elvis and Lisa. They don't want you to go. Am I safe if I go? Okay, mate. Right, let's press play. Here you go.
Life after Elvis, and in order to kind of understand that, you take us right back to the start. You know, you were just 14 whenever you guys met. You know, you talk about the age difference and the rumours surrounding that at the time.
Yes, yes. And
so, guys, let's have a good listen. We're on the Late Late Show. This is a great show. Let's see how she unfolds the story. Let's see. Is she a bit tipsy or not, guys? What do you think?
He was very, very careful about it, knowing I was only 14.
That's the first time I've ever heard her say he was careful about knowing that she was 14. I've never heard that before. Just like the other day, she said that she was crying at the Eagles Club when Cary Grant approached her, allegedly, because that may not even be true. That's the first time I've heard that as well. So is she making things up as she goes along? Is she reinventing new stories?
I was in Germany at that time. My father was stationed there, and that's how we met, through a mutual friend. And my father...
Right, so she met through a mutual friend. Isn't that a different story as well, Alan? So Cary Grant obviously knew Elvis, may have known her father. Is that what she's saying?
You know, was absolutely... The first time I went was just to meet him. And then he had asked...
So really study the face, study the expressions, the way she's looking around, her eyes. Do you think she's drunk, guys? I'm not trying to be evil here. I'm just saying something doesn't feel right.
The guy who introduced us, if I could come back. And then I did. When my father agreed and mother agreed, it was the second time. It was the third time that my father said, whoa, wait a minute, you know, what's happening here? And he said no. He said, no, I have to meet him. I have to meet him. I'm not just letting you go. So it was absolutely agreed.
So obviously there's a different version of this in the book Child Bride. They pushed for her to meet Elvis. She approached Cary Grant to arrange a meeting. That it was all a big setup. Even the mother was involved. Yeah. Who knows, guys?
And he said, okay, well, Colonel, is it okay if I, you know, we take her to my home with my father's there, my grandmother's there, which is all true. And we went and...
You know, she keeps talking about the Colonel. I'm not... Again, am I getting something wrong here, guys? Was the Colonel involved in this? I don't remember this. I don't remember the Colonel being involved in this setting up, this meeting. Have I forgotten something? Put me right. I'm not a researcher. I'm not an expert. Let me know. Put it in the comments.
And we just started to build a relationship. I mean, he didn't know anyone over there. And
so she says we started to build a relationship. Hang on a minute. He had girlfriends. He was with Anita Wood still, even though she stayed in America. Now, he was with Anita Wood till 1962. Yeah. So he also, it's known that he had other girlfriends in Germany in Bad Nauheim in 1959 when he met her. He met her 4 to 5 months. Yeah. Not every day. There was no relationship. But at some point, he meets her over a 4 or 5 month period. They do become friends. She says they started a relationship. But she also says there was no relationship. There was no sex. Yeah. So she tries to give the impression that she was with Elvis from age 14 till the day they divorced. I don't think so. I think it's a load of bullshit. Yeah. We know that Elvis in 1960, within 4 to 5 months, 6 at the most, went back to America, back to his life after serving for his country to make GI Blues, do the Frank Sinatra show, and make albums and other things. Yeah. He didn't speak to her face to face for at least getting on to 2.5 years. But she gives the impression she was with him by his side and they were deeply in love in a relationship from age 14. It is a lie. And the public around the world believe it. Anyone watching this program will be watched by millions, will go, oh, right, yeah, they were together from 14, madly in love, and then they got married. It's bullshit. They didn't see each other for well over 2 years after they met. And when they did meet, it was, yes, they were friends. She has always said there was no relationship. So what is this? This is like her telling a story. This is her going, she's on TV. This is a massive program. She's done a few in the UK, like the One Show and the ITV Good Morning show. She's telling her story. Oh, yeah, I was 14. And she loves to bring up the fact she was 14. And then this happened and that happened. Everyone's listening. Millions of people, millions of viewers. The viewers are very interested because she was once married to Elvis, even though she divorced and demanded a divorce from him for over 4 years before he died. They were not together. Yeah. Yes, they had a daughter together. So, of course, there's a connection there. But they weren't together. She speaks about Elvis as if she was still in love and married to him till the day he died. She speaks about Elvis as if she's married to him today. She speaks about Elvis as if she is his widow today. She was never his widow. All of this is a con and a trick, in my opinion. But the public are the ones to blame because they have been so gullible. They just fall for it. They don't take the time. This is the public around the world in every country. They don't take the time to go, hang on a minute, is she lying? They just believe every word she says. They hang on her every word. They never challenge her. They never disagree with her. Who is the person that is being damaged here? Elvis, Lisa. Who are the people getting conned and tricked here that are falling for the bullshit? The general public in every country around the world. It's so easy for her. People are eating out of her hands. She just goes on to these many different shows all around the world at the moment, in the UK, in Ireland. I think she's off to Australia and New Zealand and many other places soon. And everyone just goes, yeah, everything you've just said is true. The interviewers don't bother challenging her, questioning her. They don't look into it to see if she's lying.
Love was in the air.
I mean, love was in the air, but looking back on that now, you were so young whenever you got married, and there was an expectation, wasn't there, of how you were meant to be as Elvis's wife. You write about that in the book as well, and the pressures that you felt.
There was a lot of pressure, yes.
Right. Can
You know,
the
he
door
was
open?
so famous and so popular, and there were girls everywhere
So
from
cute,
front of the
wasn't
gates of Graceland. Anytime he made an appearance, it was girls, 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 just like the movie. So I was...
Well, let me just go back on that. I want to hear that bit again, guys. So remember, all of this is a trick. All of this is a trick.
Now, you were so young whenever
You were so young. Actually, no. She wasn't 14 when he married her. Please do your research. Please, to the host, to the interviewer, please do your research. She was not so young. Let's go back a little bit further. She was not 14 when he married her. I know you probably think she was because you haven't done your research. She was nearly 22, 3 weeks shy of her 22nd birthday.
Didn't know anyone over there, and it just, love was in the air.
I mean, love was in the air, but looking back on that.
No, love wasn't in the air. They were just friends, brief friends, and then Elvis went back to America.
No, you were so young whenever you got married, and there was
You see that? You were so young whenever you got married. Do these people, do these journalists, do they take the time to do research?
an expectation, wasn't there, of how you were meant to be as Elvis's wife. You write about that in the book as well, and the pressures that you felt.
There was a
The pressures you felt. Oh, yes. It must have been so hard for Priscilla Bulow to travel from Germany to live in a mansion at Graceland, to live like a famous person, to live like a celebrity, to live like the royal family, all the Kennedys, to be with Elvis, to live with the best looking, sexiest man on the planet, the most gifted man on the planet. It must have been so difficult moving over to that giant mansion.
a lot of pressure, yes.
There was a lot of pressure, you know, being given cars and as much money as you could ever want.
You know, he was so famous and so popular, and there were girls.
Oh no! Oh, I moved in with someone that was so famous and popular. How did I cope?
Girls everywhere, from in front of the gates of Great.
Elvis had girls everywhere. A rock and roll star, a movie star, the best looking man on the planet. Come on. Come on, seriously. Of course he had girls everywhere screaming for him. He was the most famous man ever.
Graceland. Anytime he made an appearance, it was girls, 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 just like the movie.
See, this is a way of trashing him. This is like, oh no, women fancied Elvis. She moved from no, she wasn't in Bad New Home. Is it Weisberg, whatever it is? She moved from Germany, a normal home, to live with a superstar. She knew he was the most famous man on the planet. He'd even made movies, #1 all over the world. And it's like, oh no, yeah, there were girls everywhere. She knew exactly what she was moving to. That is why she moved there. She moved to America because Elvis was so beautiful and sexy and handsome and famous and rich and wealthy and had lived the life of celebrity. Obviously, we've got Graceland, the mansion, but then many other riches. Yeah. Unbelievable. Everything that Elvis was famous for, when she met him, she dismisses it like it was bad, like it was a negative thing. Like, oh no, he was so famous, so loved. The girls loved him. He lived in a mansion. Does anyone fall for this bullshit? Why do people watch these programs and go, this is how gullible the public are? Oh, look. Oh no, Priscilla had to move over to America and live in a mansion with Elvis. He was so famous. The girls loved him. That must have been so tough for her. Wake up. Remove the blinkers. Come on.
So I was, concerned about maybe losing him.
It's like, I knew what I was getting into. I knew exactly what I was getting into. And then now it's like, and because of all those things, I was concerned about losing him.
Girls were very, how could I say, they were not shy in any way.
No. And
Right. Now you think of any famous person, any famous male singer. We know exactly how the fans act around those people. We could be talking about, I don't know, let me just think of one. Justin Bieber. Wherever he goes, he's chased, hounded by girls because he was one of the most famous singers ever. Does that make Justin Bieber a bad guy? But if Elvis is chased down the road and adored by his fans, his teenage fans, suddenly it's a bad thing. It's a nightmare. Oh no, how could I go through that? This was so cruel on me. I suffered. Ridiculous.
While they weren't
Hello?
being, and while they weren't backward about coming forward, you had to play the perfect Southern wife.
Well, we know that she didn't. She was unfaithful months after Lisa Marie was born. And then she did it again with Mike Stone, the karate champion. So after Lisa Marie was born, it was the dance instructor. She proudly boasts about how she loved her dance lessons.
Well, it's not that I had to play. I really got into be in the South. And first of all, I loved him. I wanted to please him. I wanted to cook for him, although that was a disaster.
That's just rubbish. That's just, even the cooking for him bullshit. She cooked one meal and then it all went wrong and then she never cooked again. Why do people fall for this?
Never happened again. Tried one time. I burned everything.
Well, at least then she admits it.
That's always a good trick to get yourself off the hook.
I really did want to cook, but I just didn't want to do it after that.
How did
She did it once.
the arrival of Lisa Marie change?
Could you imagine the life she had? Everything was done for her. Everything. You name it. No cleaning, no cooking, no getting a job, no working. Everything was done for her. Everything. She was like the queen. This is the life Elvis gave her. But she would talk about it like she was in a prison alone, all alone, when she was surrounded by dozens of people, male and female, not just the bodyguards. There was many women in the house, including the Presleys. There was many female Presleys in the house. Cousins, uncles, aunties, get it? Grandma, aunts. She was not all alone at Graceland's. Never think that for a second. This is a lie.
Things for you guys as a relationship?
Oh gosh, it was a bit difficult. I mean, back in the day was so different, and Elvis felt that it kind of pulled him back from what he was doing. He was torn between, does he stay home? He's got a child. You know, he's got to be out there, of course, and performing. And he was gone
I agree with that.
a lot. And he didn't really want a child in the
I don't think either of them were ready to have kids or get married. I actually think Elvis was forced into the marriage.
audience, because sometimes she would cry. So I couldn't bring her I couldn't bring her anymore.
Guys, I'm telling you, I know that she's drunk. She's drunk. She's on the vodka. Telling you, yeah? I know that some of you won't like that I'm saying this, but guys, watch. Something's not right. Now, she goes on to say, look, sometimes I couldn't bring Lisa. She was a small child to the tours, to the concerts. I understand that.
Does he stay home? He's got a child. You know, he's got to be out there, of course, and performing. And he was gone a lot. And he didn't really want a child in the audience, because sometimes she would cry. So I couldn't bring her I couldn't bring her anymore. So then I stayed home with her, and of course, school started and things started happening, and it all became about her.
And yet he kind of put you on a pedestal the way he put his mother on a pedestal.
Somewhat, yes, somewhat. His mother was everything to him. Not that I was a mother.
That's a new thing to me. I've never heard that said either. He put Priscilla on a pedestal. That interviewer has just thrown that in. What is that? He put Priscilla on a pedestal. I've never heard that ever. He liked her. She was beautiful. Yeah. She was a stunning young lady.
To him, but he did. He really watched out for me. He was very concerned about who I hung out with. But then I started to create a life of my own, because he was entertaining all the time, going to Vegas and doing tours. So I joined.
Well, he was working, yeah. She says a life of her own, but remember, within a year of the wedding, she was secretly seeing the dance instructor many, many times in the day and in the night.
A dance class.
Let's see what she says. Now, in the book, on page 262, she calls him Mark. She admits that while she was with Elvis, she couldn't stop thinking about Mark in this book, the dance instructor. Couldn't stop thinking about him. That she had a brief affair and ended it. It was a sexual affair, guys. Remember, she's only been married for a year. Lisa Marie is still a baby, which means there's a chance she had got to know the dance instructor whilst she was pregnant. Come on, guys. Isn't this shocking to you? Now, we know that she goes on to do it all again with Mike Stone, the karate champion. Now, the whole point of what Priscilla's doing here is to make Elvis look bad, to blame everything on Elvis. She even uses his fame, his popularity against him to try and make herself come across like she was suffering in a prison. Now, let's listen to what she says about the dance instructor that she was secretly having an affair with, that she has admitted to in her book.
And became obsessed with dance classes and would go almost every night. And then we did shows, and I really liked it. I like the freedom of being able to do what I like to do.
Oh my God. Now listen to those words, guys. We know she was bonking the dance instructor, Steve Peck. We know it. So she goes, oh, I really liked it. I could do what I wanted. I had the freedom to do what I wanted. Priscilla wanted to bonk another man. Even though she was with Elvis, she wanted to bonk another man, even though she had a small baby. That's the reality of it. I know for some of you, this will come across very uncomfortable. Some of you will say to me, I'm a hater for talking in this way about Priscilla. But come on, guys. Think about it. Elvis didn't want to get married. He may have been blackmailed into marriage, pushed into the marriage. Who knows the truth? He reluctantly does the right thing, gets married. She tells us this lie that she lost her virginity to Elvis on the night of the wedding. It is not true. It's a 40-year lie. We know that they were sexual from age 18 onwards because Lisa Marie said it in her book. So she's been telling the world she lost her virginity to Elvis in this fake fairy tale. To me, it's a fake fairy tale that she pushes the narrative wherever she gets interviewed. She's been telling the same story for over 40 years. I lost my virginity to Elvis on the night of the wedding, and oh, he ruined things because he was unfaithful and because he had a problem with drugs. This is the story, even though she is the one that was unfaithful, very unfaithful. Get it? Who's the victim here? She plays the victim. Priscilla plays that she is the victim, but Elvis is the victim. Lisa Marie is the victim. She's a baby. And Priscilla is in another man's bed when Lisa Marie is a baby. Come on, guys. And she does it all again. Don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it. I'm not trying to be hateful. I'm trying to defend Elvis, defend Lisa. We are called defending Elvis. Yeah. So, guys, this is a con. This is a con. And this interviewer doesn't question a word she says.
And I love being part of the troupe.
And this is really the heart of the book, isn't it? You know, that idea that you loved Elvis as much the day you left him as you did whenever you got with him.
Mm-hmm.
And how can that be? You know, it's so obvious that this guy has done no research. I doubt he's even read any of her books. I doubt he knows any history between these two. I doubt he even knows that they divorced, that that she was unfaithful many times. I'm not going to have a go at this guy, but he has done no research. He has no understanding of the truth. Priscilla calls it truth. Shocking, and so unfair to Elvis, and Elvis cannot defend himself.
But you had to leave. How hard was that decision?
No, you had to leave. Remember, she's been unfaithful twice. Elvis, I'm sure Elvis would have found out about both of the times she was unfaithful. Now, Mike Stone was an acquaintance of Elvis's, a karate champion. We know that Elvis really admired karate champions. Yeah, and in fact, a lot of people did. In the 70s, it was pretty normal to admire, you know, Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, all those kind of people. It was very cool. We know Elvis had a Tiger Man dojo. He was called the Tiger Man, wasn't he? So now this interviewer, he's believing every word that Priscilla says. Oh, yes. So in the end, you just had to leave.
Very hard. Very hard. I had to find myself. I was totally lost. And
so she had to find herself, right? Think about it, guys. This is all part of the con. We know from Child Bride there was a different teenage Priscilla Bulow. Yeah? She'd had boyfriends. She wasn't a virgin. Allegedly. Everything I say on this whole show is for entertainment purposes. We are just an opinion sharing discussion YouTube channel. Nothing else. Nothing I say is fact. So she tries to give the impression that she did nothing wrong. She was a prisoner, a victim. She suffered at the hands of Elvis. And then finally she had to find herself, even though she had a very full life. Before she leaves Elvis, I think she's 26, 27. Yeah. She talks about her life as if she was 14, had to find herself. No. She was approaching 30. She had had multiple affairs, even possibly serious boyfriends when she was a teenager, before she even met Elvis. This is the con, guys. We're not being told the truth. We're being told her version of tricking the public, tricking the fans around the world, making Elvis look bad, blaming everything on Elvis, never accepting any responsibility for her wrongdoing. We haven't even started on talking about poor Lisa Marie yet, yeah? Because there's so much more to say there as well. Priscilla's wrongdoing.
who I was, because I was always associated to Elvis, with Elvis.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, you were married to Elvis. Yes, the general public would associate you with Elvis, but your private life, well, Elvis was away a lot because he was making the movies for decades, you know, all through the 60s, 2-3 movies a year sometimes. So yes, he was away a lot. Then he eventually, when he gets after the 68 comeback, he's off doing the show, you know, the 69 onwards. He does the Vegas years. Again, he would have been away a lot. So, do you get what I'm saying to you guys? Yeah. Elvis had to do what he had to do. He had to pay the bills. He had to please the fans. He loved performing. Yeah. So it's almost like Elvis is the bad guy because he had a life as an entertainer, as a showbiz celebrity. It's like, oh no, you know, I had to go and find myself because Elvis was the most successful entertainer in the world. Don't forget, when he did the 68 comeback special, he came back massive. He overtook the Beatles again. Seriously. Yeah. And his 69 comeback at Vegas was massive, massively successful. In fact, he was sell out until the day he died. Yeah. So why is this held against him like he did something wrong?
So I decided, you know, I have to go find myself. I have to really do what I like to do. It was, you know, with a guy.
You think about it, guys. I keep saying this. Priscilla, at first, she was all up for it. Yeah, moved to Graceland, lived with Elvis. Obviously, he was beautiful and sexy and fun and great, amazing personality. The best charisma ever. But I think she was very jealous of him. I think Priscilla wanted everything he had. Now, she couldn't be a singer. She didn't have that. She was a beautiful lady. She couldn't be a good actress because she didn't have the ability to act well. Her acting is terrible. You know, you watch her in Naked Gun and Dallas and anything like that, she's useless. Yeah. She had no talent other than being beautiful. Yeah. She loved her men. She loved traveling. She loved making money. She loved being in the spotlight. She loved fame and fortune. She wanted to be in TV, in modeling, in movies, to have her own businesses. We know about the clothing boutique Biss and Bo, but not just that. She did many things, promoting products, so much more. She wanted what Elvis had. She envied Elvis. She was jealous of Elvis. She knew by leaving him, she would be entitled to a lot, a lot. Now, initially, the settlement was pretty fair, the divorce settlement. But she starts to realize that she needs a lot more money. And then she keeps going back again and again and again for more money, more money, more money. Eventually, she realizes, I need the Presley name to have money. If I act as the front person for Elvis, the spokesperson for Elvis, the spokesperson for Graceland's, I will be fixed for life. Graceland's, Elvis Presley Enterprises, being Elvis's ex-wife, was a cash cow. It was a way of generating money for the rest of her life. And she had a lot of power. She controlled it for 40 years.
And everything was with everything Elvis wanted to do. We followed, you know, where'd he go. But I was losing out on I was only 16, 17, 18. I was losing friendship. I had no one.
What is that? What is that? They divorced. Remember, they married at 22, just before 22, 3 weeks before she was 22. So why is she talking about 16, 17, 18? Well, she didn't even move over until she was nearly 18. Yes, there was a couple of visits when she was 17, in 62, I think. What is she doing? What is she doing? She didn't see Elvis when she was 16. So this is all part of the trickery. How do we trick the public into thinking that me and Elvis were together from age 14? She's trying to make us think, right, I want the world, the gullible public, who never question what I say, who hang on my every word, who believe everything I say, to think we were together from 14, 15, and 16, and 17. They didn't see each other, guys, until the latter part of her 17th year. So the years she's saying she was with Elvis, she actually was not with him. Didn't see him. They may have phoned, they may have exchanged letters, but she wasn't with him through those years. This is all a big con. Do not fall for it. Right, I'm going to have to stop and do a part 2, but let's just play a little bit more.
Really to talk to and to be around other women. But I have to say, we still stayed very much in touch with each other.
And I know you were...
So now we're into a new phase now where she would then go on to say, we were still very good friends after we divorced and everything was fine. We were better apart. That's the next con. I've just shown you the first part of the con, which is me and Elvis were together from age 14. We were basically together every day from age 14 until we got married. That is a big lie. Yeah. She married him at 22, just before 22. She didn't move to Graceland till she was nearly 18. Yes, she did visit a couple of times when she was 17. That's the truth. All this I was with Elvis at 14, 15, 16 and halfway through 17 is a lie. This interviewer has just gone along with it. Okay, then everything you say must be true. What you say defines Elvis's life and history. We are all being tricked and conned, and I actually do think she's a bit tipsy. She seems a bit spaced out. Her eyes are all over the place. I think she's had a few myself. A bit on the vodka, on the sauce. So, guys, put in the comments, what do you think? We're going to come back and we're going to have to do another part of this. So, guys, I don't hate Priscilla. This isn't a hate Priscilla channel or video. I expose her. Because it's not fair what's happening to Elvis. She hasn't even started talking about Lisa Marie yet, because she will start trashing Lisa Marie and talking about Lisa Marie's addiction, Elvis's addiction. I hope she doesn't do it. I haven't watched it all yet. She will then start saying that Lisa Marie didn't want to be alive. She says that in front of her own grandkids, because obviously they're watching. Your grandkids are going to watch grandmother on TV. We already now know that it's coming out that Riley Keough is not happy with the way that Priscilla is going around the world to promote her book and trashing poor Lisa, saying some very private personal details about Lisa Marie, Riley Keough's mum, Finley and Harper's mum. Many of the things that are being said by Priscilla are hurtful and damaging to Elvis and to Lisa. Many of the things in this book, Softly as I Lie to You, are hurtful and damaging to her own family, Riley, Finley and Harper, and cruel on Elvis, demeaning to Elvis, take away Elvis's dignity, take away Lisa Marie's dignity. This is so wrong. All of this is so wrong. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped. I don't understand what is happening here. The book was supposed to be a book about her life after Elvis. It wasn't supposed to be an excuse to attack and trash her own family, even embarrass and humiliate Riley Q and Finley and Harper and Elvis and Lisa, which is what I think it's become. The book is a massive flop anyway. So whatever she's doing isn't working. Now, I do say to these different channels around the world, these different TV programs, whether they're in America, or New Zealand, Australia, Canada, or UK, or Ireland, question the woman, challenge the woman. She was seriously unfaithful. The way she treated Elvis was wrong. The way she treated Lisa Marie is wrong. The things that she's saying on TV is embarrassing for Riley, Finley, and Harper, her grandkids. She's saying some pretty disgusting things about her own daughter. She's even having a go at Michael Jackson. Come on, guys. The public have to open their eyes, remove their blinkers, see beneath the surface and see what's happening here. You're all being conned and tricked, brainwashed by lies, by lies. These are book of lies. These are fake Elvis books. Unbelievable. So everything I say is for entertainment purposes. This is just a discussion YouTube channel. Nothing I say is a fact. We share opinions, but this is so wrong. So wrong. Okay, guys, I'll be back for another part. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming to Defending Elvis. We have a team called Team Elvis where we come together around the world every day, 3-4 times a day, maybe more, to defend Elvis, Lisa, and the bloodline. And this is a great example of why we must defend and expose the lies. We're not a hate channel. Thanks, guys. You take care. Love you all.